Stop face screaming in fear before you ignore that Jefferson nickel in your pocket. Listen closely. Some Jefferson nickel coins are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and most people have no idea. Rare years like 1942 to 1945 wartime nickels, especially those with a large mint mark above Monticello, are highly valuable because they contain silver. Certain 1950 Jefferson nickels are also scarce and sought after by collectors. Even more valuable are error Jefferson nickels, such as double-die dates, off-center strikes, or coins with missing details. Condition matters too. Sharper details and original shine can dramatically increase value. These coins still show up in old change jars and collections today. So before you spend that nickel, check the date, mint mark, and details carefully. That small 5-cent coin could be hiding serious money. Follow for more valuable coin finds. Coin number 1. Stop everything for a moment and take a closer look at the coins in your pocket, your wallet, or that old jar sitting at home, because today we are talking about a classic American coin that many people overlook every single day, the 1977 Jefferson nickel from the United States. This 5-cent coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but once you understand its history, minting details, errors, varieties, and collector demand, you'll realize why coin collectors across America continue to search for it. Some 1977 Jefferson nickels are worth far more than face value, and a few rare examples can surprise you with their potential value. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. By 1977, the design was already deeply familiar to the public. On the front of the coin, you'll see a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the 3rd President of the United States. This portrait was designed by Felix Schlag, and his design remained on the coin for decades, including the entire year of 1977. Around Jefferson's portrait, you'll find the word Liberty and the date 1977, with the motto, "In God We Trust," placed near the portrait as well. Flip the coin over and you'll see Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's famous Virginia home, displayed prominently in the center. Above it is the word E pluribus unum, and below it you'll find Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. This reverse design remained unchanged for many years and is one of the most recognizable images in U.S. coinage history. The 1977 Jefferson nickel was produced at 2 United States mint facilities. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia, while coins bearing a small D mint mark were struck in Denver. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of nickels, and the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions more. Because of these high mintages, most 1977 Jefferson nickels found in circulation today are considered common. However, condition, strike quality, and errors can make a massive difference in value. All 1977 Jefferson nickels are composed of a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Each coin weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. While the metal content itself is not rare, collectors value these coins for their condition, sharpness, and unique characteristics rather than their melt value. One of the biggest factors that can increase the value of a 1977 Jefferson nickel is condition. Coins that have been heavily circulated typically show wear on Jefferson's hair, cheek, and jawline, as well as flattening on Monticello's steps on the reverse. Most circulated examples are worth only face value. However, coins that were carefully preserved, especially those with strong original luster and minimal marks, can be worth significantly more to collectors. Uncirculated 1977 Jefferson nickels are where things start to get interesting. Coins that still retain their mint shine and sharp details are highly desirable. Collectors often pay premiums for uncirculated examples, especially those with clean surfaces and strong strikes. The steps of Monticello are especially important. Many coins from this era were weakly struck, meaning the steps appear blurred or incomplete. A coin with fully defined steps stands out and attracts serious collector attention. The term full steps is commonly used among Jefferson nickel collectors. A 1977 nickel with 5 or 6 clearly visible and uninterrupted steps on Monticello is much scarcer than an average example. These coins were often pulled from mint sets or saved immediately after striking. Full steps nickels from 1977 can command much higher prices compared to regular uncirculated coins, making them a top target for collectors. Another exciting aspect of the 1977 Jefferson nickel is mint errors. Error coins are mistakes that occurred during the minting process, and they are extremely popular in the coin collecting world. One common error to look for is a double die. This occurs when the coin design is doubled during the die creation process, resulting in noticeable doubling on letters, numbers, or design elements. On a 1977 Jefferson nickel, doubling may appear on the date, the word Liberty, or Jefferson's profile. Off-center strikes are another error worth checking for. These coins were not properly centered when struck, causing part of the design to be missing. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin can be, especially if the date remains visible. Clipped planchets are also possible, where a portion of the coin is missing due to an error in the metal cutting process. Die cracks, die breaks, and cut errors can also be found on 1977 Jefferson nickels. These appear as raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin and are the result of damaged dies used during striking. While minor die cracks are common, larger and more dramatic errors are much more valuable and collectible. Collectors should also examine the mint mark closely on Denver minted coins. A weak or repunched mint mark can sometimes be seen, adding another layer of interest and value. Although repunched mint marks are more common on earlier coins, any unusual mint mark characteristics on a 1977 nickel are worth further inspection. Proof coins are another category worth mentioning. In 1977, special proof Jefferson nickels were struck for collectors. These coins feature mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs, making them visually striking. Proof coins were not released into circulation and were sold directly to collectors in protective sets. A 1977 proof Jefferson nickel in excellent condition is more valuable than a circulated coin and remains popular among collectors completing date sets. Many people ask whether a 1977 Jefferson nickel can really be worth money. The answer depends entirely on the coin you have. A worn, circulated example is usually worth only 5 cents. However, an uncirculated coin, a full steps example, or an error coin can be worth many times more. Some top-quality examples have sold for impressive amounts when collectors compete for the best preserved coins. This is why it's so important to carefully inspect your coins. Use good lighting and, if possible, a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, the lettering, Jefferson's portrait, and the steps on Monticello. Even small details can make a big difference. Coins that look ordinary at first glance may turn out to be hidden treasures. The 1977 Jefferson nickel also holds historical significance. It represents a period in American history when the country was transitioning through economic challenges and cultural change. Coins from this era circulated widely, passing through millions of hands, and they serve as small metal snapshots of everyday American life in the late 1970s. For beginners, collecting Jefferson nickels is a great way to enter the hobby. These coins are affordable, widely available, and full of variety. The 1977 issue is especially appealing because it offers opportunities to find higher value coins without needing a large budget. Searching through rolls of nickels from banks or old collections can still yield exciting finds today. If you're building a Jefferson nickel collection, the 1977 coin is an essential piece. Whether you're aiming for a complete date set, a mint mark set, or focusing on high-quality examples, this attention. Even experienced collectors continue to search for better examples with stronger strikes and cleaner surfaces. Coin number 2. Stop whatever you are doing right now and take a moment to look at the coins in your pocket, your wallet, or your old coin jar, because today we are talking about a coin that many Americans overlook but that holds fascinating value and collector interest, the 2001 D. Jefferson nickel from the United States. On the surface, it may seem like just another 5-cent piece, but once you explore its history, design, minting details, and potential collector value, you'll understand why this coin is highly sought after by coin collectors across the country. The Jefferson nickel has been an iconic part of U.S. coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. By 2001, this coin had been in circulation for over 6 decades, making it a familiar and trusted piece of everyday American currency. On the obverse side, you'll find the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, a founding father, and the author of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson's portrait was designed by Felix Schlag and remains a classic representation of this historic figure. Alongside the portrait, you will see the word Liberty, the year 2001, and the phrase, "In God We Trust." The reverse side of the 2001 Jefferson nickel features Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. This design is iconic, symbolizing American heritage and architectural beauty. Around Monticello, you will find the words E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America, which are standard inscriptions for Jefferson nickels. Collectors pay close attention to the details on Monticello, particularly the clarity of the steps and the overall strike quality, which can significantly affect a coin's value. The 2001 D Jefferson nickel was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark located just to the right of Monticello on the reverse. While millions of these nickels were produced, making them relatively common in circulation, there are still variations and high-quality examples that are highly sought after. Coins without heavy wear, with sharp details, or with minting errors can command higher prices among collectors. All 2001 D Jefferson nickels are made of a copper-nickel alloy, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Each coin weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. While these materials are not rare, the collector value comes from condition, strike quality, and any unique features or errors that may be present. Condition is critical when evaluating the 2001 D Jefferson nickel. Circulated coins typically show wear on Jefferson's hair, cheek, and jawline on the obverse, as well as flattening on the steps of Monticello on the reverse. Most circulated examples are only worth face value. However, uncirculated or high-grade coins, especially those with full detail on Monticello, are more valuable and highly desired by collectors. The concept of full steps is particularly important for collectors of Jefferson nickels. A coin is considered to have full steps if all 5 steps on Monticello are fully visible and uninterrupted. In 2001 D nickels, coins with full, well-defined steps are less common than standard circulated examples and can attract a premium. Many collectors actively search for these coins, making them a valuable addition to a Jefferson nickel collection. Errors are another factor that can significantly increase a coin's value. Minting errors occur during production and can include double dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or die cracks. A 2001 D Jefferson nickel with a doubled die might show doubling on the date, letters, or Jefferson's profile. Off-center strikes are coins that were struck incorrectly and display part of the design missing, while repunched mint marks can appear as extra or misplaced letters. Die cracks and cuds, where raised lines or blobs of metal appear on the coin, are also collectible and can increase a coin's value, especially if the errors are dramatic and unusual. Proof coins are another category that collectors pay attention to. While most 2001 nickels in circulation are standard business strikes, special proof coins were produced in limited quantities for collectors. Proof coins feature mirror-like backgrounds and frosted design elements, making them visually striking and highly collectible. A 2001 proof nickel in perfect condition is much more valuable than its circulated counterpart. Collectors often ask, can a 2001 D Jefferson nickel be worth money? The answer depends on the coin's condition, strike quality, and rarity. Most circulated 2001 D nickels are worth only 5 cents, but high-grade, uncirculated coins with full steps or mint errors can be worth several dollars or more. Some exceptional examples have even sold for higher prices when buyers compete for coins in pristine condition. When examining your 2001 D Jefferson nickel, pay close attention to details. Check the date, lettering, Jefferson's portrait, and the steps on Monticello. Small differences, like sharpness, luster, or error features, can dramatically affect value. Coins that appear ordinary at first may turn out to be rare finds, especially if they were saved early or come from special mint sets. The 2001 D Jefferson nickel also has historical significance. It represents a period in American history at the start of the 21st century, bridging traditional coinage with modern collecting trends. It was a coin passed through millions of hands, circulating in daily transactions, yet preserved by collectors who recognized its potential value. For beginners, collecting Jefferson nickels like the 2001 D is a fantastic entry point into coin collecting. These coins are affordable, abundant, and full of potential for discovering higher value examples. Searching through rolls from banks, old collections, or change jars can yield exciting finds, and the 2001 D is an essential piece for anyone completing a date and mint mark set. Experienced collectors also keep a close eye on these coins. Whether building a complete Jefferson nickel collection, focusing on uncirculated coins, or hunting for rare errors, the 2001 D nickel offers opportunities for both novice and seasoned collectors. Coins with sharp strikes, clean surfaces, and full steps are particularly prized. So next time you sort through your change, don't overlook the nickels. That 2001 D Jefferson nickel might be more than just 5 cents. It could be a collectible, a rare error, or a pristine example of American coinage history. Always take a second look because in coin collecting, small details can lead to big surprises. Remember, the world of Jefferson nickels is vast and full of hidden treasures. By examining coins carefully, learning the details of mint marks, strikes, and errors, and understanding the history behind each coin, you can uncover hidden value in coins that many people pass by every day. The 2001 D Jefferson nickel is one of those coins that may seem ordinary but has the potential to surprise anyone who takes the time to study it. Coin number 3, the Jefferson nickel, is one of the most iconic coins in United States history, and the 1940 Jefferson nickel is a fascinating piece that collectors and coin enthusiasts love. Minted during a pivotal era in American history, this coin represents not only the artistry and craftsmanship of U.S. coinage but also a glimpse into the economic and cultural world of the early 20th century. The 1940 Jefferson nickel features the classic design by Felix Schlag, with Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his beloved home, Monticello, on the reverse. Jefferson's portrait captures his dignity and intellect, while the Monticello design reflects his architectural genius and love for American innovation. Collectors are particularly interested in the 1940 Jefferson nickel because it was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced subtle differences, and identifying these details can dramatically affect the coin's value. The Philadelphia mint coins carry no mint mark, the Denver coins have a D mark, and the San Francisco coins carry an S mark. Knowing the mint mark is essential for any collector seeking to build a complete set, and it can make the difference between a common coin and a rare treasure. One reason the 1940 Jefferson nickel stands out is its composition. Made primarily of 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin was produced just before the wartime nickels of the 1940s, which included silver in the 1942 to 1945 years. This pre-war composition makes the 1940 Jefferson nickel especially collectible. Even small variations in color, luster, or wear can influence its value. Coins in uncirculated or high-grade condition are particularly sought after, and collectors often look for coins that retain their original mint luster, free from scratches, nicks, or discoloration. Another interesting aspect of the 1940 Jefferson nickel is its history. 1940 was a year of global tension and change, as the world was on the brink of World War II. Despite these turbulent times, the United States continued to produce coins that symbolized stability and national pride. The Jefferson nickel served not only as currency but also as a tangible piece of American culture. For collectors, owning a 1940 nickel is like holding a piece of history, a small object that connects the past to the present. From a numismatic perspective, the 1940 Jefferson nickel has several varieties that are worth noting. While most collectors focus on the standard strike coins, there are known errors and die variations that can make a coin far more valuable. For instance, coins with double dies or subtle minting defects are highly sought after in the numismatic community. Understanding these variations requires careful examination and sometimes magnification, but finding one of these rare coins can be extremely rewarding. Market value for the 1940 Jefferson nickel varies depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity. Circulated coins in average condition may sell for a few dollars, but uncirculated coins or those with exceptional eye appeal can fetch much higher prices. For example, a 1940 nickel in mint state condition from the San Francisco Mint can attract significant attention from collectors. Coins with eye-catching luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details can command premium prices in auctions or private sales. For beginners in coin collecting, the 1940 Jefferson nickel is a great coin to start with. It is widely available, historically significant, and not prohibitively expensive, making it accessible for those just entering the hobby. Learning how to identify the mint mark, check for wear, and recognize subtle details on the coin can be a fun and educational experience. Over time, collecting Jefferson nickels from different years and mints can become a rewarding pursuit that combines history, art, and the thrill of discovery. Collectors also love the Jefferson nickel because of its consistent design. Unlike some coins that change dramatically from year to year, the Jefferson nickel maintained its recognizable look, allowing collectors to track subtle variations over time. The Monticello on the reverse is especially interesting, with minute differences in the depiction of the building and surrounding details that can help identify a coin's minting period and potential rarity. When it comes to storage and preservation, the 1940 Jefferson nickel, like all collectible coins, benefits from proper care. Coins should be stored in cool, dry conditions, away from harsh chemicals or abrasive surfaces. Using protective holders, capsules, or coin albums can help maintain a coin's condition and preserve its value over the years. Many collectors also recommend careful handling by the edges to avoid fingerprints or oils that can degrade the surface over time. Another point of interest for enthusiasts is the Jefferson nickel's role in U.S. history. Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, is honored on this coin, making it a symbol of American ideals and leadership. The Monticello design on the reverse reflects Jefferson's architectural vision and his dedication to craftsmanship, education, and civic duty. For many collectors, the coin represents more than currency. It embodies the story of Jefferson's contributions to the nation. Auction records show that 1940 Jefferson nickels, particularly those in higher grades, are consistently popular among collectors. Rare errors or well-preserved examples can achieve prices far beyond face value, and the demand continues to grow as more collectors discover the appeal of these historic coins. For investors in rare coins, the 1940 Jefferson nickel offers both historical significance and potential financial return, especially when compared to modern coins with less collector interest. In conclusion, the 1940 Jefferson nickel is a fascinating coin that combines history, artistry, and numismatic appeal. Its classic design, pre-war composition, and collectible varieties make it an essential coin for anyone interested in U.S. coinage. Whether you are a beginner looking to start a collection or an experienced collector seeking rare examples, the 1940 Jefferson nickel offers a unique opportunity to own a piece of American history. With proper care and knowledge, this coin can be a cherished part of any collection, a tangible link to the past, and a symbol of American heritage. Coin number 4, and we will explore if you're a coin collector or just starting your journey into the fascinating world of U.S. coins. The 1938 Jefferson nickel is a piece you definitely want to know about. Minted in the United States, the 1938 Jefferson nickel carries both historical significance and numismatic value, making it a sought-after addition for collectors of all levels. While not as rare as some older coins, the 1938 Jefferson nickel is still an important coin for those interested in the evolution of the U.S. nickel, especially because it's from the early years of Jefferson's design, which began in 1938 and has become one of the most iconic nickel designs in American history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it features a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, and Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, on the reverse. The 1938 version is particularly interesting because it marks the very first year of the Jefferson nickel series, making it historically significant. Collectors often seek these early nickels to complete sets and to hold a piece of American history in their hands. When evaluating a 1938 Jefferson nickel, collectors pay close attention to its mint mark. Coins were minted in Philadelphia, which carries no mint mark, as well as Denver, which is marked with a small d on the coin. The Philadelphia 1938 Jefferson nickel is more common, but Denver coins are rarer, which can significantly impact their market value. Even subtle details, such as the condition of the coin and any unique features or errors, can make a difference. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and full rims are highly sought after and can fetch a premium among collectors. Speaking of value, many collectors often ask, what is the 1938 Jefferson nickel worth? Well, the value depends heavily on condition. A 1938 Jefferson nickel in circulated condition might be valued around a few dollars, but a nickel in uncirculated condition or one with exceptional mint luster could be worth significantly more. Proof versions, which were specially made for collectors and are incredibly well preserved, can reach even higher prices. Errors such as double dies, missing mint marks, or unusual striking characteristics can also add rarity and value to a 1938 Jefferson nickel. For those building a Jefferson nickel collection, the 1938 nickel is a must-have because it starts the series and shows the transition from the Buffalo nickel design. Over the years, collectors have come to appreciate the artistic design of the Jefferson nickel, and the 1938 release represents the beginning of an era in U.S. coinage. Whether you're a beginner just learning about coins or an experienced numismatist, holding a 1938 Jefferson nickel connects you to over 80 years of American history. Interestingly, many collectors overlook the early Jefferson nickels because they focus on more modern or rare coins, but the 1938 issue holds both historical significance and the potential for future appreciation in value. Coins from this era were struck during a time when the U.S. economy was recovering from the Great Depression, and every coin tells a story from that period. Owning a 1938 Jefferson nickel isn't just about value, it's about holding a tangible piece of the past. Another factor that coin enthusiasts love about the 1938 Jefferson nickel is the subtle details in its design. Thomas Jefferson's portrait was carefully sculpted to show his dignified profile, and the reverse design of Monticello reflects classical architectural lines, making it appealing to both coin collectors and history lovers. Many collectors enjoy examining the coin under magnification to see fine details, such as Jefferson's hair, the lines in Monticello, and the condition of the lettering. These details are not only fascinating but also essential in determining the coin's grade and overall market value. If you're considering investing in 1938 Jefferson nickels, it's wise to learn about grading. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and understanding these grades can help you identify which coins are worth more. Even small imperfections like light scratches or worn edges can affect a coin's grade, so careful handling is essential. Collectors often store their nickels in protective holders or coin albums to preserve their condition, and doing so can help maintain or even increase their value over time. For anyone exploring U.S. coins for the first time, the 1938 Jefferson nickel is a great starting point. Its early release in the series, classic design, and potential value make it appealing for both beginners and seasoned collectors. Additionally, learning to spot differences between the Philadelphia and Denver mint versions, as well as understanding how wear and condition impact value, can be both educational and rewarding. Collecting coins like the 1938 Jefferson nickel helps enthusiasts develop skills in coin identification, grading, and appreciation for numismatic history. Many collectors also enjoy hunting for 1938 Jefferson nickels in circulation or at coin shops, estate sales, and auctions. While it's not extremely rare, finding one in excellent condition can feel like a treasure hunt. Some collectors even enjoy comparing notes about unique features or errors, creating a community around their shared passion for Jefferson nickels and other U.S. coins. The 1938 nickel serves as a bridge between history, art, and collecting, making it more than just a small piece of metal. It's a connection to the past and a collectible worth appreciating. Finally, whether you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or someone curious about U.S. currency, the 1938 Jefferson nickel is a coin that deserves attention. Its design, historical context, and collectible value make it an enduring favorite among collectors. Remember, collecting coins is not just about monetary value. It's about connecting with history, learning about the art of coinage, and enjoying the thrill of the hunt. The 1938 Jefferson nickel is an excellent example of this, offering a glimpse into America's past and the start of a coin series that has continued for over 80 years. So, if you're looking to expand your collection or start a new one, consider adding the 1938 Jefferson nickel to your lineup. Study its details, check its condition, and appreciate the story it tells. With patience, knowledge, and a keen eye, this coin can become a cherished part of your collection and a valuable piece of numismatic history.